In this video, I'm working on an acrylic painting on canvas inspired by my pastels on paper. And I'm also adding a little pastel. I'm adding some mark making with soft pastel on a canvas that I have coated with Liquitex clear gesso. It really grabs that pastel, and so I'm starting with some mark making, and then I will add some fluid washes of fluid acrylic when I am finished. And I fix that pastel with matte medium so that it is less likely to smear. Now I'm using a variety of brushes and different kinds of brush strokes, going back into the underpainting and, a variety of reds, different values of red, yellow, green, different greens, and really just responding pretty intuitively to what I had put down on the canvas with the mark making and the fluid acrylic washes. I'm going back in with a color shaper, scraping through the wet paint to the dried layer underneath to create some different marks. I like to use a lot of different tools, a lot of different brushes, so that I can get different qualities of mark making and brush strokes in my paintings, as well as different layers of transparent, opaque, thin, thick, all of those things come into play. So I work pretty quickly in the beginning and without a whole lot of thought, but a lot of my experience with previous paintings always come into play in this fast stage that I'm going through. And I'm always asking myself, what does it need? What does the painting need? Does it need a bright pop of color? Does it need something light? Does it need a line? Does it need a heavier, wider application of paint? Do I need to do some more mark making? All of those things that might not be conscious questions that I ask myself, but they are questions that are going on in my mind when I am painting intuitively. So at this stage, I'm going to add a little bit more green, some, pure primary greens, some yellow greens, some olives, some thin brush strokes with thin paint that I thin with different mediums, different kinds of brushes, and I'm just really trying to balance out the red and the green a little bit more. There will be more red than green, but I need to spend a little bit more time now with the different greens that I put into this painting. And I have a chair in my studio that is on the opposite wall where I paint. And many times I will go and sit in that chair and just look at the painting after I've worked on it pretty quickly. And then I just kind of go sit and look and just look at it and think, how do I like it? Is it going in a good direction? I will take a photograph with my phone, and sometimes I put that photo in a art room app that I have on my phone so I can see how it would look in a different environment. And so I do a lot of, judging, evaluating at a certain point before I finish things up. So that's really what I'm doing right now. Here are a few photos of close-ups of the surface of my paintings so that you can see the different layers, the different marks, how I have added some more, bright greens, and then my finished painting. I've also added a little bit of red violet.